Indeed, indeed. Glenn is now our new sponsor with his OnlyFans coming soon. Well done, Glenn. It's about time you got it out there. You're very welcome along, guys, to Monday night, and it is Amigos. It is Hungaroring, and we are looking at last week's race winner, Mr. Dudley. And the joys of winning the race last week, he now has a 15-second succession penalty tonight. So he is going to be absolutely on the back foot. Hungaroring, though, probably not the most optimal car for that Lamborghini also, truth be known. But then again, it looks like Hamburger's in there, and Hamburger is out on a 145.1, so Hamburger is doing what he's been doing previously, which is being driven absolutely on it there. So yeah, I shouldn't expect anything more than that out of him. Looking back there as well, Matty Gamble is missing tonight. He's going over to Red Bull, I think, to sign a contract. So let's see, does Matty get himself a deal? I'd like to think that Matty's going to get himself a deal, but who knows? Who absolutely knows at all? So I'll turn down that volume there. Sorry guys, that's just me acting the bollocks. How much is the OnlyFans? To be honest with you, I don't think Glenn has actually how much it is as of yet, but I'm sure when he does, you'll be the first to know. Yeah, so Matty Gamble is away this week then. Tim Smee, is he here tonight? Not as of yet either, and Tim Smee has a 5-second penalty. Ah, so the audio is fine for you. That's grand, James. Thanks very much, mate. Yeah, so gonna be interesting. Too loud now. Ah, come here, lads. I'm too loud. I'm not too loud. It was good before, so it was better where I had the volume down a bit. Right, that'll do. Fuck yous. Right, guys. Just have me off track here. You know, I'm trying to be all professional here. Professional. Right, so you might have noticed on the stream I've made the bottom bar a lot bigger and a bit more visible, so you'll be able to keep up a bit, down a bit. That's exactly it, Liam. You know, I just can't keep anyone happy at this stage. But I've made the bar a bit bigger, so it gives you a proper indexation. When you look at that, the gaps are exactly what they are on that, and in the race it's the same with the live delta, to make things a little bit easier for yourselves. Yeah, and I suppose we'll jump on with a car that's on track there. So on there with Diaz as I go through everything, guys. So yeah, so Dudley has a 15-second succession penalty. Matty Gamble is getting away but not using his 10-second as he's missing the race. So yeah, he's going over to sign a contract with Red Bull to show the guys how to take people out and not get caught. Oh, fancy YouTuber is right, Dudley. I think I'm going to stay on YouTube now. And yeah, I think my Twitch days are over. Just to get a much higher quality stream on YouTube. Like, I'm running this in much higher settings than I have been running on Twitch, and it looks to be quite nicely running. I'm even looking at it on my phone in 1440p, and it's quite nice. I'm a streamer, don't you know? Woo woo, or whatever it is. That still makes me laugh. Yeah, no, as you can tell, guys, I don't know. Me and streaming lately, I'm having a love-hate relationship with it. I do love doing it, but at the same time, I'm doing so much of it. But yeah, so gonna be interesting. I think Dudley, he's gonna find it tough tonight to get a good result. And it's not because he's a bad driver, and not because, you know, he's absolutely brutal, nothing like that at all. It is solely because of the succession penalty. Oh, Tedder drops it. He done a Matty Gamble. Although Matty's not here to give out to. And here we're on with Gary as well in the black livery. Smoothesons, exactly. Tis all about having her smooth. Although there's more I need to learn with the streaming on YouTube. I know there's probably other things I can do to improve the image. I forgot to do my new mic settings tonight because I have a really cool new settings. I just haven't got to do it. And Dudley, I'm glad that you're sandbagging. I'm glad the sandbags are in, because you're going to need to find an extra 15 seconds. And yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, it does definitely a lot smoother. If I tried running that on Twitch, for whatever reason, Twitch would be crying a little bit, but it's running beautifully here, and I'm happy with that. And that's all I care about now, is a decent looking stream. And it saves me having to upload to YouTube. It's already done. So we will jump into the standings, guys. I think it might be a bit of fun. What do you reckon? Let's have a look at who's where. So John Dudley in first position in the Lamborghini Huracan on 74 points with a nail-biting pit stop to win the race. Comes out just ahead of Matty Gamble and then holds him off. So amazing job by John Dudley last week. Then in second spot is Matty Gamble, who is now missing tonight. I'm sure as much as he'll be kicking himself, I think he's going to be enjoying himself so much going to visit the Red Bull factory as well. So I'm very excited for him as well. Nice guy. In third place is Ross Webster in his Aston Martin on 63 points. So has a good chance tonight, Ross Webster. Currently sitting in P7. Then in fourth place is Hamburger. Hamburger, I'm expecting to do extremely strong. Had missed the race last week and is still on 60 points with 2 race wins under his belt and a podium, if I remember right. No, I don't, because last week was only round 3. So looking here now, Neil Massey then is in 4th position on 53 points. He's been very, very consistent. Paul Ferrara in the Mercedes, or in the Ferrari on 46 points. Then James Big Mickey Franklin on 41 points. Chris Take-Gario Tedder is on 40 points. Tim Smee then in 9th place is on 39 points. Is it a real Red Bull contract? It actually is. So he's teaching Max how to take out other drivers the way Lewis Hamilton can do it. So yeah, Matty's definitely king for that, so he's gone over there to teach them a thing or two. Then we have in 10th position Alex Tardari on 38 points. Then we have Jack Taylor in 11th on 37 points. Alex North on 33 points. Or 37 points also, I do apologise. Then it's Gary Smith on 33. Carlos Jurgles has gone for a bit of nap, so that puts Glenn Smith really into 14th position on 30 points. And as you see, Glenn is now the new sponsor of Amigos on all of my streams. The little tease that he is, and his OnlyFans coming out. Then we Steve Tetley really in 15th position, down on 27 points. Guy Coonahan is on 26 points. Andrew Gatton is on 24. Dave Campbell, the GOAT, the fastest old age pensioner I've ever come across in my life, on 22 points. Then we have Richard Christie joined 20th, or essentially 19th really, with Antonio Aspery on 20 points. Then we have Lucas Diaz on 17 points. Stacey Ellis has retired from Amigos. Liam Smith is on 14 points, and I reckon like Liam could probably win this race easy if he really wants to, but I think he'll go easy on the guys tonight. I heard there was a legendary commentator here. I'm looking around, I can't see them anyway, so I'm sorry to really let you down, bud. Then we have Goshi Filipov on 13 points then. So yeah, it is looking fun, guys, to say the least. I'm really looking forward to tonight and what the guys can do. You telling me in the prime of my life I'm marginally faster than a pensioner? That's disappointing. Well, Dave Campbell is at least 10 times your senior. I know, Dave is a young lad, yeah. I think he is as close to 60 as you can get now, if I remember right. I'm sure Dave will point me right or wrong. Not even a mirror in the comments, for shame. Come here, honestly, if there was a mirror here, I'd crack it, lad. Honest to God. The way I crack a mirror is the way Liam cracks all the ladies. Liam Smith, the lady smasher, they call him. But now let me have a look, guys. So we're still on with Gary. Is Dave Campbell out? No, he's not. There's Tetley. Tetley's tea. And then Ferrara. So about 15 minutes left in this. Fact, I'm gonna get to his age and be in a wheelchair. Well, if you meet Liam first, he puts you in a wheelchair. He's known to do that to the ladies. And the occasional fella just ask Matty Gamble. But yeah, guys, it's going to be a good race tonight. I really love Hungaroring, and I'm so jealous that I'm not racing it. So jealous. Now, I do have a hot lap from YouTube. I'm going to play later on also. I do like that Ferrari. Oh my god, it's Glenn. Then Guy Coonahan. Ross Webster's out there as well. So I'll do 146s, 147s. Interesting. Shall I take over comms and you can drive? Screw this track and its BS limits. If I could race under your name, I'd happily do it, because that'd be hilarious. You commentating, oh, look at Ike go. That'd be so funny. Last week's race winner there now with that Lamborghini. Now, what I need to do, we do have a comms guy joining, so I'm going to give VL the kitten a call. And we'll get him in now, so you're going to hear the Discord call coming up. And hopefully he will jump in. And really looking forward, guys, to see what happens on this track tonight. Ike Sky, we are looking out for you big time. Good afternoon, Mr. VL the kitten T. Bollender.
Hello, good evening.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Oh yeah, I'm very good, very good. Just after going through the intro and the stand-ins, and I said I'd get you in now. I didn't want to bore you too much at the start.
No, I saw probably for the best that you kept that alone.
Well, it's just, you know, I don't want to have you falling asleep now. I'll make you fall asleep with other crap that I do throughout it. But yeah, great to have you back. Great to see that you're enjoying doing a bit of comms.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Glad I'm welcome, and lovely to enjoy the Monday racing here in Amigos.
Absolutely, you're always very welcome here, to be fair about it. Let's have a look here. Fair cop, to be fair. I'm just looking through the chats here. Streamer mode. Man's quieter than horse. After the morning of night. Okay, so your volume, are you close to your mic, or what's the crack?
We can turn it up here.
Yeah.
Done it any better?
Yeah, that's a lot better there now.
Good.
They want to hear your voice, you know.
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't want to hear my voice?
Well, you're faster than Liam Smith. I remember this from last week, and Liam's out there again tonight.
Yeah. He is indeed. Where is he now?
He's in P9 with a decent enough lap as well. He's doing 147 ones.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. I'm not quite sure what my lap times around here is.
I hear you do a 142 like flat.
Yeah, of course. 41 in qualifying fuel.
Oh, nice. So you're putting all these guys to shame.
No, yeah. Oh no, definitely no, definitely not.
144.3, I'll be in by 3 seconds.
Let's see it. What is this? Liam Smith.
Liam Smith, he's in 10th position now, car number 222.
I'm just looking here. Liam Smith. No, I'm just looking at the qualifying here from yesterday in Split 2, but I'm not gonna take that up now. We're gonna focus on this race.
Ah, okay.
But I mean, at least I'm not a second off the pace.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm staying out of this one.
Let's keep it friendly in here, everyone.
We're on with Daddy Dave here now. Good old Daddy Dave, and he is tipping along quite nicely there. Yeah, it's hard to believe he's like 76.
Huh? 76.
He's 76 years of age.
Who?
Dave Campbell in 13th position, car number 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his balls are saggier than literally anything you can imagine.
Yeah, I guess you have experience.
I really do. I really do. I can't go into detail over a stream like this, you know. But
We'll off stream.
absolutely, look, absolutely. Yeah, I'll go through that then. But yeah, no, Dave is a very good driver. Very, very fast as well. Good to see 17 drivers out. That's 5 more than I had to deal with last night. Unfortunately, split one last night was actually more dead than a funeral home. Unfortunately, yeah, it was definitely a sad sight. But hopefully next week we'll pick up. I know a lot of people were busy. I have a hot lap here as well. I'll run in the last 2 or 3 minutes of this practice session. It's a Porsche around Hungaroring in real life, just to kind of show people what we are expecting out of these tonight.
Always good to see Jim.
So for yourself, what kind of lap times would you be expecting to do around here?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not very familiar with this track, to be completely honest with you. But I mean, we're looking for a 43 now in practice, so
Right.
maybe we can cram it down to a 43, 5, 6 maybe? Something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I'm just eyeballing it now. I have no idea how fast we'll be going, but
I
my
like
pole
Sky.
prediction is 43-4. That's my prediction for pole.
A 43-4.
43-4.
Okay. Okay, I can live with that. Ike Sky on about Dave's IQ and age. To be honest, Dave's IQ is a 7 and his age is 74 or 70. Yeah, I'll go 75 actually. He's 75. Another 25 years and he's 100. And yeah, he's out there racing. And he's up in the 12th position now.
Impressive.
Could you imagine? He probably has to wear 3 sets of glasses.
Oh, don't be that rude to him.
I have to be rude to him. He loves it rude. No. Let me have a look here now. Who is in the chats? Well, there's someone called Jiphead. That really intrigues me. Jiphead. Right, we've got our fill of Ross Webster. Who else is out there? Of course, Glenn just ahead of him. Did you know Glenn is like the fastest man on earth? And he's the fastest out of the Smith brothers at the minute. Glenn is faster than Liam at present. I have to say Liam's car is really, really nice.
Yeah.
I really do like that Lambo. It's been a while, or the Audi. It has been quite a while since I've seen it, and you know what? Let's go out and have a look at it while everything else is going on. It actually is a beautiful looking car, isn't it?
It really is.
He's doing a good job on it. Right, who else is in the pits? Interesting. Sure, isn't that a thing of beauty there? And then who is this?
Out there.
Oh, Matty. Whoop. Alex. Oh, Liam's going out and he's making me go with him. Let's go over to him. I've gone too far. Look, there he is. Whoop. Oh, go on, Liam. Right, let's go out with that. 'Cause that's getting me dizzy. There we go.
Too much fun now.
Yeah, I was getting carried away, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
7 is the average rating out of 10 by all male in the gay bar. Well, if I was in a gay bar and it was gay, like, I'd give you a 9.9 out of 10.
Giving good ratings out here.
I can tell, well, 9.9 out of 10. The only person who gets 10 out of 10 is Glenn.
Of course it's Glenn.
And Liam's a 9.8. If he wasn't so slutty, he could be a 10. Now let me see.
What about me then? You have any?
I would not want to get locked up, so I will say nothing. Chris Tedder on provisional fastest with Gary Smith right there. Hamburger has his work cut out for him. Do you know why I call him Hamburger?
No.
So the reason why he's called Hamburger, he actually had 10 Big Macs in a row while racing in ERA and winning.
How is that possible?
The dude is talented.
Did no one film that? I want to see it.
He done a live stream of it. Yeah, I don't think it's saved though.
Oh, someone has to find it.
Isn't that unreal? 10 Big Macs while racing and wins.
I mean, I can eat a maximum 2 Big Macs, maybe 3, but you know, I'm not a big fan of McDonald's. I don't quite like their new menu. I'm not sure how it is in your country, but they made some changes to the menu past half year. So the bread is different and the beef as well, I think. So
I've no clue. And like, you're always in the conversation here, man. Always in the conversation. And how did you get on? Did you get your did I get a podium last night?
who? Me?
Ikey Sky.
Ike.
Nobody. Do the same with Supermax and we thought, come here, Supermax is unreal, man. Way better than any Mac it is. Ike Sky is now on my level. Joe, the nicest thing out of Supermax is though, Ike, right? Get your lovely meal, but then get the chocolate muffin with the ice cream in it afterwards and get it heated up. Oh, dude. You're talking absolute indulgence, but so good. Even the blueberry muffin isn't bad. Yeah, you don't have Supermax where you're from. Supermax is an Irish thing. It is so good. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Right, what we're gonna do. Right, what we're gonna do, guys, we'll play our lovely fast lap, so the hot lap that we have done up, and we'll be back to you guys. back, guys. There, so that was the hot lap of Hungaroring. Also, a quick clip of the merch store, and of course, our new sponsor, Glenn's OnlyFans. Really looking forward to the quality. Less than 15 seconds left in this practice, and I just seen that quality lap kind of got me hyped up. I'm mad to see what the guys could do. Hamburger is provisionally the fastest driver, a 144.110. With then it looks like Chris Tedder not far off that pace at all, and Gary Smith and John Dudley probably have a bit up their sleeve, as well as Massey in a different car. He was in the Honda, changed to Aston Martin. Glenn is still faster than Liam, but that's only not by much at all, so less than a tenth, half a tenth. Dave Campbell then only about a tenth onwards from them as well, so Papa Campbell. Sky, or Ike, sorry, we made an agreement earlier in the race that if I let him pass, and he let me buy if I can't make the pass on Christian. Okay, see, nearly won by accident. That's brilliant. Supermax is legit, and you agree they're better than Mackies. You can't deny that, yeah. Bring Smiths and Supermax back to the UK. I didn't know Supermax actually left the UK.
What is Supermax?
So it's an Irish takeaway place. It's way nicer than McDonald's. It has proper chips, not that shit chips. And the burgers are way nicer. Everything is just nicer, and it's Irish. And we are now.
And it's Irish. That's important as well.
Well, obviously I'm Irish, so that's the most important thing. There's nothing more important than being Irish. But yeah, no, honestly, it's so good, that food, as takeaways go, because you know they're never ideal to be eating bad food all the time. But yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
So tipping along here now.
We're on qualifying, I see.
So who was first on track? Ross Webster was first out. So we'll stay on with Ross anyway. Christian caught eye now. McDonald's chips are fire. I'm sorry, they are shit compared to Supermax chips. You need Supermax chips, man. Come back to me when you have Supermax chips. That's all I'm saying.
We can't. McDonald's fries are not on top. We only good thing at McDonald's at the moment with the current what I've eaten, at least from my experience recently, is the chicken nuggets. That's the best McDonald's. And
Yeah, that's fair.
nothing is really edible at McDonald's anymore.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of crap if we're honest.
Yeah. No, but the chicken nuggets are, yeah, they're good.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. Now, let me see what is happening here. So, we'll stay on with Webster. No one else is out ahead of him. And it's definitely being the Irish that makes it most important part. What have those job weeks? Sauce, potato slices considered good. KFC owns. Even Burger King chips are beat. Yeah, exactly. Chicken selects are edible at McDonald's. I'd agree with that. The chicken selects are kind of decent. We'll jump on the passenger. And here we are on board now with Ross. Coming up into turn one and go hard on the brakes. Oh, he runs that a bit deep. But he's gotten out of it anyway, which is the main thing. Okay, absolutely on it now. You need to be very, very patient here. He's running a little bit wide, but needs to get back on the throttle. And he needs to take this corner flat as well.
It's the after. Coming into sector 2 now, super tricky section. I'm taking as much curve as possible, going wide as possible, carry the momentum through the speed and swinging it right, going uphill, very tight corner. When I carry the speed up towards the chicane here, coming up to a quick left, right, left-hander. Carry the speed through there as wide as possible. Don't want to go too wide at this grass on the outside. You can set your car up and lose a lot of time. Sending it to the sweeping section now in the middle of track, sector 2. Coming off the end of it, you got a sweeping left hand and then a tight right hand. You can speed now on the straight, but you can lose a lot of time, but also gain. You do it nicely, braking now down towards the 30 last corner, taking the curve as wide as possible, and braking down to the second to last corner right before the pit exit. Also a very long turn. You need to be patient with the turning and go on the throttle as early as possible to gain the maximum amount of time. Same with this one, carry the momentum but also be patient and then go on the throttle as early as possible to get as much time, go wide, take all the curve. And the line comes very early, and that's a 46.0 for Webster.
Not too shabby as a banker lap goes, and then as that happens, you've got Hamling a 145.3, Tedder a 145.4. Let me see what's down with Dudley here. So the times are starting to come flying in. So Dudley coming around. I love this sector here. You have to be so patient on that throttle. And Dudley jumping onto the stamping his 30 there. And Dudley has a 15-second successor penalty tonight. So don't be forgetting that one, guys. So as he's going across the line now, up in the 4th position, not too bad as a banker goes. Liam Smith up in the 6th position.
That's good for him. I'm really expecting all of these times to improve as the track improves, qualifying improves.
Absolutely. I'm enjoying this chat here. So Christian Scott's are saying he's also cheeseburger out of Macca's, not because of the flavour or anything major. It just reminds him of being a kid. Won't have any of the KFC or Burger King being better. Burger King at least has reasonably sized burgers. That's quite true. Kiki, where are you at?
We need to stop talking about food. I'm getting hungry here.
Well, to be fair, I will agree. I'm not a big Burger King fan, but I prefer Burger King over Mackie D's. And KFC is way better than both of them. You've got like really nice chips with gravy, and then you have lovely chicken. Like, you know, yeah. I think I've Ike's back here with this one. I'm on the English South Coast. Ireland's definitely on the agenda though. Christian, when you come over, I'll show you the country, not a bother at all, man. It's so good. Oh lads, actually, if any of you follow my Instagram, just have a look at the videos I put up. I went on a cliff walk on Sunday. Fuck me, it was amazing. I put up some nice things. There's like this mad little beach and there was loads of seals and all there. It was class. But back to the qualifying, because I keep forgetting it's only a 15-minute qualifying, getting sidetracked by talking about food as well as everything else. So Hamling at 144.8, so we've jumped into the 144s now. Tedder 145.0.
Yeah, that was my... Oh, I might have put the prediction a bit low here. But...
So on with Tedder here now. Oh, he's lost that and he improved. Hopefully he pulls a bit more back. Hamling is improving as well. And that looks like Gary ahead of Tedder.
Is that is indeed Gambling ahead of Tedder. Yellow flag there.
I need to jump on, I think, with this man right behind Chris. Because he's provisional pole and he's up at 3/10 already. Oh man, he is absolutely on it. Oh, he's nulled a little bit himself there. I think if he left it in 4th gear, he would have got much better drive out. Oh, that's a beautiful drive out of there. This is going to be a 144.5 anyway. 144.472 there by Hamburger. Hamburger is absolutely flying.
Hamburgers flying everywhere in the restaurants.
That is the truth. I say horse where you again with Subaru needs proper roads. I'm down in Kildare. Right beside Mandela Park if you need some proper roads. Worked there for 10 years, I'll show you what it's like. The old Scooby, you need to have a baffle sump in that joke. You blow the head out, or you blow the bottom end in that joke there without the baffle sump. If you're going to be driving her on. And a strong oil pump as well. So Tether looking to try get by. Brower doing a good job jumping on that's Gary. Gary's up half a second so far. Oh, and he runs wide. Daddy Dave out there, the 75-year-old.
Also impressive.
Do you know who sponsors him?
I do not.
Huggies. It's adult pamper, like adult. I don't know what you call them again. Nappies, basically for old people.
Okay.
So they sponsor him.
That's good. That's good. Yes, he.
Oh, I'm glad you sorted all that. Like now, I'll never forget this, and I'll never tell you to do it. There's a thing called the BRF limiter, which I suppose essentially works where it cuts off the spark but not the fuel. They do pops and bangs. I had a mate years ago, and we fitted it into a Scooby, and blew the engine. So don't do that and stupid like that. Because yeah.
Try new things.
Huh?
Gotta try some new things.
Don't try that. It's been done and it doesn't work right. Definitely doesn't work right.
Wrong. You did it wrong.
There was no doing it wrong. It worked proper, but probably too proper. Full straight through exhaust. It sounded great when the engine was running. But after a few months of it, it absolutely blew the shit out of it. Steve on a decent lap here just to get a time in, which is the main thing.
Of course, you gotta start with your first lap, and then you go from there, trying to improve as much as possible.
Oh, lovely lap by Dave, up into 9th position.
Right.
Go on, my son. Not at all. Now Glenn is on it there now. What can Glenny do? 5 minutes left in this quali session.
The time flies.
Time flies when you're talking about food and cars.
I broke my stomach. I'm getting hungry. I gotta take a lunch break yet.
I tell you what we're gonna do, right? I think it's Gary Smith is coming. No, yeah, it is. So, do you want to do a full on board lap here, talking through it?
We'll do it. We'll do it. Where
Go
is
for it.
he?
Go for it. We're on the start straight
he?
now.
Where is he? Here we
70
are.
position.
Gary
Go.
Smith. Coming down towards the straight here. What's that? That's a Gary Smith. That's P3 for his last lap. See what he can improve. He goes into turn 1, brakes at about 75-80 meter mark. Trying to dip down, and that's a little bit late on the brakes. And that's gonna be a short lap for him.
Right, we'll jump on to.
That wasn't bad at all.
We're on with Neil Massey now in 8th position. We're gonna get this.
Let's go for it. Try number 2 then. We're going now to start, finish straight. Last lap was a 47.6, which is a lap. I think it was a bit quicker now, coming down into turn 1, braking about 80 meter mark. Same as Smith did, but he managed to stop it in time. Coming down towards turn 2 now, getting the power on. Going down towards turn 3, down hander left, very tricky. Making as late as possible, keeping on the inside line, carry the speed through. Trying to get a little bit tight to set up for the next corner, right-handed 4th turn. Going as wide as possible, keeping it flat for there. Coming up towards number 5. Super tricky turn as well. In 5th gear, take as much curb as possible on the inside and go wide as possible. Coming down towards turn number 6. If I haven't lost my count, super tricky turn here. Don't want to touch the curb on the inside, which will set the car off and lose momentum and speed. First chicane here on the track, right, left. Take as much curb as possible, but keep it on. Left-hander now, sweep in section 2, left to right. Very patient you gotta be with the rotation and the speed to gain time. Can't go on the throttle too early. That will set you up for the next couple of corners and carry momentum through it all. Coming down the back straight, I would say this. Coming down the 3rd to last corner. Looks like he's on a pretty good lap. Till there, he lost it a bit there. Went a bit deep in the corner, but it looks like he's fine. Coming with 2 corners to go. Looks like he's on a fly here. Coming on the last corner, as we see, he's going very tight there on the racing line, but that's up to him. I'm not gonna judge him for that. Coming on the start finish straight, and that's gonna be a 46.1. Puts him into P6, 1.6 seconds off the lead.
Great job and a great lap there. In fairness to him, he was absolutely on it every bit of the way. But Ferrara is improving as well. So Ferrara might be trying to jump Massey. He has got Glenn in front of him here.
Very close.
Glenn gets out of that's Glenn got out of the way. In fairness to him. Now Philip.
Sorry.
No, you're grand, but go on. What you saying?
No, he said and tried to get her out the way. It's a bit tricky. I mean, we're all trying to do what we can.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it's one of those things, you know.
Of course, it's frustrating, but it's gonna happen at some point.
100%. So let me see. Salim's out on a lap there as well.
See what we can do here. That's a 44.8 for him. Getting the 44.
Liam's giving it to Waddy here. I'm so jealous. And he's up a bit of time here as well. He's up about a tenth or so. You can gain so much time here if you attack this a little bit more. Oh, and he lost all of his time on the exit there. It's too much of the curb, slowed the Audi down. Oh, look at this though. He's getting way more confident. He's pulled back a tenth. So he's back up in the green already. So Liam has a lot of time in him. If he's able to nail a full lap, like he's already back up a tenth again. I'd put Liam there. He could be up at least into 10th position if he gets a good tidy lap in altogether.
That's qualifying over. I see checkered flag is out. He's gonna have to finish this one. That's gonna be it for him.
Yeah, but he's after putting up a few tenths there now. In fairness, go on, Limo.
Oh, that's a spin there in the last corner.
No!
No.
Oh my god, he was up over 0.3 of a second somehow by the end of that. Oh, Liam, bro.
Too much on the power to see what.
I'm actually gutted for him.
You are gonna ride on board now with the last couple of people now crossing the line. Let's see what.
Yeah, well, Ross is coming up here. He was up a 10th, but it looks like he's losing every cent of it now. He's gained a 10th back, but does he keep it to the line? No, it drops down. He'll improve slightly in his time, but not enough to do anything. Massey not looking like he's going to improve either, although he just needs to find half a tenth to jump a position, which he's finding. He's up enough at the minute. Oh, he's losing everything. Oh my god, this is stressful. He's back up though. Go on that throttle, throw the tail of that joke out and just stamp that pedal to the bulkhead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nicely done. He's done enough to jump up.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Delta, so
He's now in.
your time you need.
He's now in 15th position. So what we're going to do, lads, we're just going to run the Amigos intro really, really fast, and we'll be back to you. Now, guys, so we are back at it, and what we're going to do, we'll try and do a bit of a track walk now. I'm just going to go outside it. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm after flying out of the car. I'll go back over. Slow this madman down. There we go. I was going a bit too fast. So in pole position is Hamburgers. Then in second position there is Mr. Chris the Hardman Tedder. Then in third position is the Ballymun minion Gary Smith. Then we've Ross Webster in fourth position. In fifth position is Neil Massey. Then Lucas Diaz is in sixth position. In seventh position is Paul Ferrara. Eighth position is last week's race winner and unfortunately carrying a 15-second penalty for succession is Mr. John Dudley. Guy Coonahan is in ninth position in that lovely looking Ferrari. Then in 10th position we've got Alex. Very good job from him in quali. Then we've the 85-year-old Mr. Dave Campbell in the beautiful looking BMW. And yeah, she's a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty. Actually, no, yeah, I just want to show you is look how bucktooth that grill is. It's disgusting. Then we've got Glenn Smith there in a 12th spot ahead of his brother Liam Smith, who was on an absolute flyer, but unfortunately from the last corner throws it sideways. But we won't miss that Lambo or Audi here tonight. Might as well be the same thing as the Lambo. Then we have another Audi right beside him of Andrew Gatton in 14th position. Tetley's T is in 15th position in his Porsche. Then we have Alex North in 16th position. And then Goshi Filipov in 17th position. Beautiful looking grid. And let's go up here. Hungaroring. It's only going to be a short run to the line as well. I'll go back a bit more and then down a bit. So that is the starting grid there. 17 cars. Some beautiful looking liveries. Who do you think will be the top three in the race?
Top three in the race.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me use technical difficulties here. It's difficult to say now.
30 seconds. Ooh. Give it your best shot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling Webster is gonna take P2. I feel like he's getting that, and then we got Gary Smith for the win, and then Hamlin for P3.
Okay, I'm gonna say Hamlin for the win. I'm going to say. I'm gonna say Tedder second, and Gary. I'm gonna go with the top three. I think that if they have a clean start, it should be that for the race, and we are off and away there. So Hamlin gets a great start, but Tedder is right there. Webster's already ahead of Gary Smith, but Gary is coming back at him, and Gary has the inside line. Ross is trying to squeeze him. And Gary seems to have got the job done. Oh, he gets a bit long. And now that looks like Webster's boy and Massey's going to try to get by him as well. But Hamlin has a great start there and has pulled enough of a gap there on Mr. Tedder. Jumping on here. So unfortunately for Gary now, he is in 5th position. Back into 4th position ahead of Massey. And Massey's now under pressure from Diaz, who looks like Diaz is after getting by there. It gets a little bit jumpy for some reason, but we're back at it. Oh, there's cars everywhere. Gary goes 5 mile off the track. And it looks like everyone is through. I don't know why that's being a bit jumpy there. And Liam Smith's down in 13th position. Dave Campbell stays in 10th position. I don't know why that's being so jumpy at the start, but it is. And Glenn is unfortunately down in last position. Well, what do you think of that race start?
It was clean. We had hard racing there to the down towards the line. We got some overtake down there into turn 1. I think there was free wire. I couldn't quite see there. I love it clean. As I now see some cars in the replay here going off track, but it was a fine start.
Unbelievable start to the race. And there we have Gatton and Alex trying to swap positions as well. Alex holding the inside line and taking that position back. So Gatton doing his best to get going. Yeah, it's been a wild start, but Gary Smith all over the back of Webster with Diaz right behind him. There's a bit of a train forming, and Hamling and Tedder are definitely in a league of their own there at the minute out in front. But just look at this, Dave Campbell for Ferrara. Dave's going down the inside here. Dave's going to have the inside line, but Ferrara might be able to do a bit of a switchback. And Dave just holds on. And Dave just needs to hold the inside line. He knows he can push Ferrara wide then, coming around this third bend, and Ferrara's going to try for it, but Dave knew what to do. He held that position and holds onto it now, and will be able to dictate coming up as he gets a great drive there. The Ferrari's going to have to sit patiently behind him through this next sector, which is very hard to overtake on. So great driving there from Dave as well.
Incredible defending there from Campbell. So now he goes a bit wider in the right-hander, but that should be enough to just keep him behind.
Tedder's just after overtaking the race leader. Let's do a replay of this. So Hamling there with Tedder. Oh, Hamling just ran wide through he hit the sausage curb at the chicane going into sector 3, and that was enough for Tedder to get by. And you don't want to be giving Tedder opportunities like that. You open that door, Tedder will grab the door, run through it, and slam it shut on you.
He will indeed.
So Glenn has pitted already. Does he have major issues because the pit window isn't open yet?
Looks like he went home. He's no longer on track. He's not.
He's gone, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's an unfortunate ending for him. Now we're starting the second lap of the race, with Tedder in the lead.
I'll be back to you in 1 second. I'm going to jump into the chat just to see what happened, Glenn. Is that okay? I'll be back to you in 1 second. How are you, lads? Sorry, just a quick one. Glenn, what happened to you?
Pedals are disconnected.
Dirty, rotten bastard. That's unlucky.
Yeah, no. Gonna get like 85-90% throttle.
Fuck, I was wondering what happened to you. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
no,
I thought it started in second gear, but then...
oh my god. Are you going to try to get back in?
I've got it sorted, but I'm going to be too far down.
You might be a lap only, but at least by the time you go out your pitch, would it be classes being served if you come back in after 5 minutes?
I don't know.
She might as well.
Sorted again.
No, but sorry, let's just go back. I'll jump back in with the other lad there. Just wanted to see what happened to you, bro.
No worries, man.
And thanks for sponsoring my stream, by the way.
You're welcome.
You're a hero. Thanks, lads. Now we're back in with yourself there. Sorry about that. So his pedals disconnected. He was only getting about 90-95% throttle.
Yeah, I heard. So that's unfortunate.
That's very unlucky. But yeah, Hamling here sitting all over the back of Mr. Tedder, and Gary as well, very close to Mr. Webster. Yeah, there's some great racing out there. Alex and Ferrara still at it as well. Filipov, Tetley with Liam. So Liam has his hands full right now as well, keeping 2 guys at bay, and Gatton has pulled out a little bit on him.
Yes, indeed, we've got 2
Oh,
now.
Gatton's gone in the pits.
Gatton is in the pit. Go for an early stop here. I don't think he has any damage. I can't see anything on that car.
He's just getting the pit done early.
Looks like he stopped there.
So Hamling is sitting all over the back of Tedder, keeping him honest, and Gary the same with Webster.
Yeah. Staying stationary for a very long time here.
Does he have any damage?
Doesn't look like it.
Let's see if he goes 35. He could have started on wet tires or anything. Let's see. 36, 37. So he's been stopped for 38 seconds. I wonder, did he get any damage? Or was it a tyre change? Oh, Liam's after going off. Let's go back to see what happened. Did Liam hit that curb? No, he avoided that one. He must have just clipped another curb and spun him. Oh! That is sickening, but at least it was a runoff area. You can get back onto it.
Who's there in the pit there? There is Smith now pitting. I see. Going out for very early pit stops here. I think they want to pit.
I think he's done the right thing, so he's not losing too much time battling away. He can get his pit stop done. Gary is very consistent, and we have another car jumping into the pit stand behind him. I'm assuming that is Liam. It is Liam. He's going in to sort himself out. So Chris Tedder is still in the lead here from Hamling, but not by an awful lot. He cannot afford to go easy at all. And we've already dropped a degree, by the way, as well in track temperature.
They're definitely getting cooler out there for them.
And while that's happening, Dave Campbell is having an epic battle with Ferrara. As it looks like Tetley had a small off moment, but has kept going with down with this Ferrara. And Dave runs very, very wide. Ferrara definitely runs a little bit faster through this section, but Dave can dictate the pace. The BMW will absolutely eat those curves compared to that Ferrari as well. So Dave can really use that front engine baby.
You just see now that looks like Hamling have done a mistake. He's not please tense down on his previous best. He's starting to get a gap there, about a second from Tedder and Hamling.
The boys are really testing track limits there. So Ferrara is still pushing Dave. See, Dave is not like an old egg. He's like a hard-boiled egg. He's a very hard lad to crack.
That's Webster as well now coming in lane. So that's the third pit in this race.
I think they're better off doing that, and if there are mad battles, pit now and get out of it.
Definitely.
So Dave is kind of impeding his line going in. Ferrara's able to take a much better line, and now look at the drive Ferrara has out of that. So Dave has to just keep doing the usual defence here. But Ferrara can keep picking away at Dave. Unless Dave starts to spice it up a little bit, Ferrara could get the read on him and then throw a dummy and make Dave take the bait and go with it.
Or get past there. But it's definitely on him and it's looking to get by.
100%.
Because now this is a 5-second gap now from P3 to P4. They're really flying away with this Tedder and Hamling. Have to keep an eye for that battle for the next coming laps.
Absolutely, and don't forget when John Dudley pits, he's going to be stationary for 15 seconds before they can work on that car, before they can refuel it or do anything else as well. So that's going to be very, very interesting with that succession penalty from last week. But Lamborghinis have been quite strong so far in this season.
Really has. I can't really speak from experience. I've been here 2 times now, I think. So.
Indeed, but you seen it last week. Dudley won it in very, very close fashion with Matthew Campbell.
Yeah. It was an incredible drive from him, staying out there such a long, and then he pitted with about.
Yeah.
Was it 2 or 1 minute to go off the pit?
I think even less than a minute left.
He called that out perfectly. It was super fun to see there in the last lap.
This is brilliant. So Dave is after pulling a bit of a gap here, but the Ferrari could end up pulling in a little bit here. Dave, he's taking the right approach to it there, but there's someone coming out of the pits. Oh, that was Coonahan.
That was very close. Looks like he stopped there on track.
He was trying to get out of the way. I think that's all Coonahan was doing there, to be fair about it.
Back now. The most action on track.
Oh, we're staying with this Ferrara and Dave battle because it's spicing up.
It really is saw there. I'm not sure if you captured that, but now we got Campbell. How he went a bit wide there into turn 4.
We'll go on board now with Ferrara because Dave's run very wide.
Okay, but he's very wide. Gonna look down the inside and he ain't ahead. He's gonna be able to stop him now.
Oh, nice one from Dave.
Gonna make him lose 2 positions. That's gonna make him very angry, and the McLaren is gonna say thank you very much and gonna look forward, try to take.
Dave's not getting a minute.
No, he's not.
He's doing what he can.
We're all doing what we can here.
Look at this though, Hamlin less than half a second now from Tedder.
Saw that.
These two guys are giving it everything. Chris Tedder has a point to prove, wants to get back to his winning ways.
What's even closer than half a second is 3 seconds now. Campbell and the McLaren here coming on the straight. That was about 1.1 second faster than the McLaren from the last lap. You know what they can do going into turn 1? You can see a much tighter line. Maybe you can't see it, but I will tell you that.
I'm on with Alex here now.
Yeah, I'm gonna look down the inside.
Oh, Alex is making Dave run wide. Alex is trying to find a chink in the armour. He's going to be faster on this exit here as well. Dave is under pressure now, but Dave can dictate it. Alex has to get out of it there in fairness.
Second time in a row that Campbell has done a little bit wider. Oh, it's gonna look down the inside there. That was very close.
Ferrara is right with them as well. Unreal.
People close battle here. Still only 6/10 now from P1 and P2. We'll see how good that battle ends up.
But with Ferrara, Theatre Show, and Mr. Campbell here, it's just super close. Less than nearly half a second in it between the three of them.
Super close now.
Unreal.
That was exactly the same time between Tedder and Hamilton on the thousands in the last lap.
I have a feeling drive-thrus could be a thing tonight.
With track limits, definitely. I'm not sure if we can capture that on the stream, but that was quite phenomenal to see.
Alex now, look at this. He's gonna have to go for it.
Definitely sending it down the inside. Will it be able to break in time? Yes, he will.
He slowed down enough.
He will, but it's gonna open the door for Faraday, but it's not gonna really send it to do anything about it. It was a bit far back there.
I like what Alex did. He slowed the car enough just to stop Dave, and Dave runs super wide, and that gives Ferrara the go. But Dave has the inside line here, and Ferrara those swings. Oh, Dave's dropped it. Oh, let's go back on with Dave. So we're on board with Dave to see what happened here. I think he just went too tight to the curb and threw himself.
Can I give you, while we watch this? So that Smith there went a bit wide in turn. We got hit by I think that could have been Webster.
Dang.
Walder. Very unfortunate.
So Gary got hit by Webster, did he?
Yeah, he did. He got hit by Webster in turn 1.
Okay.
Look at this now. That's the Ferrari spinning.
Oh,
That's cool.
no way. Let's go back.
He's gonna be able to rejoin there. Only lost 2 positions. It could be 3 now. No, that's only 2.
Curb. Yep.
Yeah, a little bit too much on the curb there. Unfortunately, he's gonna get his head down there and continue driving.
Unreal. Ross Webster now putting the pressure on Tetley. Ross being very, very patient and pushing Tetley along. Ross could easily win this drag race here.
down the inside here, side by side. Coming down towards turn 1, we've got side by side. Of this look back there, we have another side by side action. Gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna send it out and he's gonna make it. Also, the move behind is gonna be achievable. Very smooth, very smooth.
We're on board here with Gary now, watching this unfold ahead. Ross gets a little bit squirrely, but holds on to it there. Then you've got Tetley there doing what he can, but Gary is absolutely flying up through, and you just think it's going to be a matter of time before he gets by Ross. He's to be patient here. He was right on the back of Ross. Does he try to swing it around the outside here? It looks like he's going to try. Ross runs wide. Gary's trying to come back in tight. Ross though has it covered. Oh, Gary is definitely carrying more speed. He's going to throw it down the inside. And Ross just gives him the room.
Just gonna send it.
Oh, Tetley down behind, sorry. So Tetley's now under pressure from Alex North.
North, yes.
Rower just got by Alex Theatre Show there as well. So it's nearly just gone by 18 minutes into this lap. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll jump on with car. Which car we jump on with? Car in 14th position, which is Alex North. And do you want to do a full lap here of him attacking?
Yes, we will. Coming now to the start finish straight. Looks like the Porsche is getting a bit better exit, but slipstream is always powerful on the straights indeed. Also Bill Buxton commentary. What's that? Let's see. So we got 50.0 for Tetley and 49.7 now. So they both got a bit wide into turn 1. Just gonna look to attack now. Of course into turn 2, but it's not quite gonna make moves here much. He can tighten the gap here. Brakes very, very, very late. So you can see the Porsche there getting a bit squirrely on the exit rear and just stepping out a bit, which would not be favorable if the tire wire is just a bit faster, turn a bit too much. Of course, we can know that the track temperature is getting a bit lower as we closing in on 12 p.m. About 40 minutes to go. I mean, 20 minutes to go until there. Now it's pure black. It's dark. Coming down to the chicane now. That's very, very risky there for the Porsche driver. He goes a bit wide again. Gonna make him lose time from 7/10 now. It takes a bit curve as well there for North. Being that he lost the gain back because of a mistake from the McLaren of 7/6 coming into sector 3. Couldn't quite make a move there on this lap. We'll see now what he can do from the start-finish straight. Doesn't quite take as much curve there. Keep that pace off if that loses his time. Down towards the second to last corner. Porsche and the McLaren are fighting. No one has decided to pit yet. We can see that we have 4 drivers now who've pitted. 2 drivers ahead and 2 drivers behind from this group lead battle. 4/10 now coming on to the start finish straight. 3/10 we can see that has a much better line. That's a 49.6 for Tetley and 49.2 for North. He's gonna look down the inside. Is he gonna be able to send it? Oh, not quite yet. He's gonna be a little bit late on the brakes there. He sends it on the apex. And that is him ahead. Just took him a lap of preparation. And he's gonna be able to hold it. Very nice move. And he also has a 4/10 lead. But that's him going a bit wide again. Is he gonna be able to hold the position now coming into turn 4? Yes, he will, but you still have a straight to go. Looks like it's a better exit there for Tetley, but there's no way of an overtaking opportunity into this corner. Let's see what they can do at the corner exit as they go a bit wide. They both go a bit wide. So that Tetley did a little bit too much curb there. North goes wide again, but maybe he can carry the speed to the chicane, and indeed he will, and he will hold that position coming into the chicane now. On the lap after that, he overtook Tetley, but he's definitely not out of this battle yet. He's hanging out with him, and as he stands now, this battle will lead on until the end of the race. See now, Tetley goes a bit wide again. That's gonna give some breathing space to Alex. Coming into sector 3 now on lap Lap 11, as we see now, takes a little bit too much curb, loses the rear now for Alex. But didn't really lose him time. Very late on the brake for Tetley. Very late on the brake, super close now to Alex. Super close, might be gonna be able to set the move up before the start finish. Gonna look around the outside. I think that's quite gonna work for him. Maybe a switchback, what is he looking for? He looks around the outside. Not gonna quite be able to make it now. Very late on the brakes now. 310s coming on lap 12 here. It's gonna be able to make a move down the inside. We know the Porsche lays down mid, and that's Alex getting a bit squirrely on the exit. Saw the rear losing this. Not quite want to go for the slipstream here. Tetley, see now he's gonna go around the outside looking for a switchback. Only time will tell. And then there will be a switchback. Is he gonna be able to hold that? No, he will not. Still behind here, Tetley. That was a battle on its own. Looks like North has managed to do it. Not quite. Still goes wider. Still goes wide, and this battle will carry on. As Tetley now goes a bit wide for half a second about between these two guys, and they will fight till the very end. Wow, that's a mouthful. Let's see what you have here. 1.1 seconds after the leader.
So Tetley's after losing it there. Or sorry, North lost it, and Tetley's after getting by there. North has got a bit loose on the rear. Going to jump on now with Ross Webster, who's on the back of Guy Coonahan there, and we'll jump and see what Guy can do. So front engine versus mid engine here. So let's see what happens. So Webster here, super fast driver, and don't forget as well, Webster has pitted. Coonahan has not pitted. So Ross has been flying out there, and he's gotten his pit stop done. He needs to get by Guy as soon as he can to not lose any time when the guy's ahead. And this is where I'm assuming he's going to try and go for the move. He's all over the back of Guy Coonan, and he just has to wait a second to get on the throttle. Now he's on that throttle, and in a drag race with the Ferrari, the Aston should win. And so far it's looking like he is going to get this. He's the inside line coming in for turn one. Not pressure tyres necessarily if he didn't take the tyres, but he got a much better line, much better on the brakes, and away he went. As Ross Webster only done a 5-second stop, so that was a splash and go. So there's no change of tyres there. And to be honest with you, with the tyre temps, tonight shouldn't be too bad. Tyre wear should be okay. Guy Coonahan now has Gary Smith all over the back of him also, which is going to be quite an interesting battle developing.
Oh, I'm going to interrupt you here for a second. Now we got the leader catching some back markers, and now the gap is down from 1.1 to 0.5 seconds. I guess that was some back marker interference. This could be a change for the lead here. I'll keep you guys posted as we head back to the battle will be between Gary. Big Bear.
And Gary gets the job done there on Guy Coonahan. I don't think Guy put up too much of a fight really there. He knows it's not his race. We'll jump on with the race lead now because it is getting quite close. So coming through turn one there, Hamlin runs a little bit wider and is sitting right behind Tedder there now. So Tedder's work now kind of gone. The only thing is though, the Honda NSX is an absolute bitch on tyres, so Tedder could eventually soon, if he's driving the crap out of the car, could be feeling it on the rears quite a bit. But at the minute looks quite steady. And the race behind that he just got by is for race position as well. That is Liam Smith and Gatton fighting for 15th and 16th position behind these two, fighting for the race lead. So two very serious battles, and it doesn't matter whether it's for 15, 16 to first and second. These guys are driving with their hearts on their sleeves, giving it everything there. So Tedder at the minute still has the best of Hamlin. I don't know whether Hamlin's time with him or whether Tedder's time with Hamlin here at the minute, but I can guarantee you one thing, neither are showing their true cards just to now. Hamlin could be doing a very smart thing here as well, just being towed around and doing a little bit of fuel saving also.
Indeed, he might be. Don't quite want to get in the leader, scrub the tires quite yet. Closing in on about half the race distance now. He's quite far back now, 6-7 tenths to the to the leader. Looks like.
There's only half a second off there. 4
Half a
tenths.
second. See, I don't have those fancy overlays as you have. Get those sorted, hopefully.
There we go. So he's still about 4 tenths off. I think this battle's going to keep going. We won't see the real battle of this one to the end. I'd say in the last 5-10 minutes, even at their pit stops, we'll see it. If I was Hamling, it might be a better idea for him to get his pit stop done now and push by. Because if he was to pit now, he would end out, I'd say, between 7th and 8th position where there's a gap. That might be a smart move. Or for Chris either, it could be a very smart move. But then again, if Chris gets out of his Hamling's way, will he release Hamling? So if I was Tedder, I'd be pulling that to as far as he can go to try and hold Hamling behind at the very least. As Dave Campbell is in the pits there. As well as Tetley. Tetley's also in the pits.
Let's see, who's that? That's right in between now Liam Smith and Gatton. That's half a second.
Yeah,
15, 16.
They've been at it quite a while now, but look at this here as well. It's actually not, it's hard to know where to be looking, I'm not going to lie. 0.3 of a second between Hamling and Tedder now.
What you can manage to do now, starting. That is something. Starting lap 15. No, lap 16. Yes.
And there's a back marker ahead I hear in the distance of Porsche. And I'm assuming that Porsche is Tetley.
That is Tetley indeed.
So Campbell comes out in last position.
Closing gap here, the Lambo.
Campbell was stopped for 42 seconds. I think Campbell changed tyres as well as when his damage was getting changed or fixed up. Interesting. Interesting.
Really is. You can see the different strategies for the people not going for tires and the people going for tires.
Well, see, with Dave, he had the damage after that crash, so he might as well have changed tyres while he was getting the damage fixed.
Exactly. I mean, you don't want to drive around with the damage that is gonna make you lose time, and you're most likely gonna lose more time driving around with damage than fixing it.
This is the closest Hamling's been for a while. It's down to 0.2 seconds.
Who's that? That is Alex North now. That is not a good spot to spin. Oh, it's inside line of the final corner, but he's
Oh,
out of the way there.
oh, he's been there quite a while.
He's gonna be spicy now. He's gonna move out of the way there. That's beautiful.
I don't think he held up Tedder the way Hamling was hoping.
I don't think so either. You know, that's very tight here on time. So
Look at Gatton and Smith here though now. Down to 0.2 of a second, and it's a drag race.
bit late on the brakes there for Tedder. Managed to hold it though. Coming down into turn 2. Very close fighting here. I mean, anything can happen at this point. I mean, any of these two could take it to the line and win this race. But only time will tell who will master the track and be first over the line.
Absolutely. Is Coonahan's after dropping it there? What's happened, Coonahan? Let's have a look. So he's going around. Oh, he was going into the pits and understeered. Oh my god, he's reversing. He reversed back to go to the pits. That was brave. Gary and Webster here having a great little battle as well. So there's 3 very close battles. You have the Liam Smith and Andrew Gatton battle. You've got Gary Smith, Ross Webster, and then Hamburger and Tedder.
Quite a lot of battles here on track.
Over half
That is-
race distance now as well, by the way.
It is Alex North now getting his pit stop done with about 28 minutes to go. P12, so see where he's gonna end up. See now what they can do here.
Alex Norton was stopped for a whole of 6 seconds. So Guy Cunningham was 15 seconds. The guy must have had a small bit of damage to get repaired. I'd assume about 10 seconds worth of damage.
That's
So the top 6 still need to pit.
they need. Trying to find if there's anything entertaining to see. Yes, there is indeed. We got some moves done now for Liam Smith, Catton.
Oh!
Down guys, go side by side, 9 to turn 4. Touching.
Liam's gonna
Turn
hold on
five.
to it.
They send it down the inside. Oh, I will, and that's contact.
Oh
That's contact between
no.
the two Audis. That's a very bad place to stop, and that's another contact.
On
That's a
a,
hit now.
on a
That's very
replay.
unfortunate.
So just watching on the replay here. Salim definitely gives him room, but what happened was Gatton hit the curb and spun. Salim, in fairness, done the right thing. That was absolutely Gatton's fault, unfortunately, taking too much curb.
Then he gets hit.
So Gatton's now down at P16. Liam Smith is in 12th. Dave Campbell. Or
You catch that? He got hit when he after he spun as well from someone.
I didn't see the other person spinning, no.
Yeah, no, he got hit on the racing line there.
Oh my
That was-
god.
He got hit from someone else. That's a big contact there.
Gary doing the Chris Tedder tactics, flashing the lights
Oh,
at.
that's another spin. That's another
What's
spin
up,
from
sir?
Alex in McLaren. Fortunately, not a good race for him as well. Right after his pit stop. as
Oh,
well.
you can see the rear going. Oh, and then Gatton gets a little tip out of that one. We're going to jump back on with the race leaders because they're getting a little bit spicy.
They are. They'll be spicing the whole race. A bit wide from Hamlin. At the moment, no track limits. I think. I mean, drive-throughs. Track limits. We have no idea. But we're just gonna have to hope that they don't have any drive-throughs or anything, because we want to see this battle till the very end.
So Dave
Sure.
Campbell and Gatton are in the pit. So Dave must have... Oh, Gatton's after giving up on the race. Gatton's left the server. Dave Campbell is in after obviously coming together with the guys that time. Gary is still trying to work away. Hamburger is still trying to work away also in Tedder. Although he's getting a lot closer to Tedder. 0.3 of a second. Tedder got the braking a little bit wrong there, but somehow has not lost any more time to Gatton there. Or to Hamlin, should I say, not Gatton. So Hamburger, what can you do here? That Honda is always super fast out of the corner and acceleration.
Yes. So now coming into the line, they're very equal now in times. Coming down towards turn 1, he's gonna send it down in, and no, he will not.
Nah, I don't expect either of them to do a sending move. Back on now with Gary Smith and Webster as Diaz goes into the pits. And Massey goes up into third position. Coonahan is in the pits, so Tetley gets by him. Dave Campbell's after coming out of the pits there now. So Gary still can't find a way by Ross Webster. Ross Webster driving a great race there, to be fair about it.
See what's happening as Red pace. You know what Gary can do now on Webster. Expect anything here, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because these guys are essentially fighting for third position when they pitted, so should be interesting to say the least.
See some flashing there from Smith. He wants to get by. Looks like.
Oh yeah, he's playing the Chris Tedder tactics. And not boy as of yet. I think it's an Amigos thing, this flashing the lights all the time.
Trying to tell them, hey, move. I want to get by you.
And Dudley gets by Diaz. Oh, Gary's so much faster through that chicane. Oh, he's begging for a way, boy. Ross doing a great job.
Yes, that's an incredible race from him.
Back on with Hamlin here now. Just on board with Hamlin, and it's so frustrating, I'd say, from looking at the back of that Honda NSX. Although they are coming up to a back marker very, very soon, which it looks like it's going to be Alex in the McLaren. And this is not a sector you want to catch a back marker.
Definitely not. So the mistake there from Hamlin is to lead now to 6/10.
I don't think he's worried too much with the back marker that could be getting in the way, and that's what happens when you hit a curb here. He's took a nice line through there. Header runs very, very wide.
I think he's gonna really catch the back mark here. It's probably the next lap sector, end of sector 1. Be my guess.
Yeah, it's looking like he's going to catch him. By the end of the main straight into turn 2, I would say. Let's see how this one goes. Although it's still a little bit away. So we're on with Tedder here now. So on the onboard there, he's just looking at that Lamborghini in that camera mirror. And he's looking now at Alex right ahead and thinking, I do not want to be held up, I do not want to be held up. Realistically, I'd say it'll be sector 2 into sector 3 before he's right on the back of him. And don't forget, guys, this is GT racing. It's not like Formula 1, it's not 3 corners, mandatory, get out of the way. It's at their discretion when they let you by. Oh, Tedder gets very sideways there. Oh, Tedder is definitely, he's really on it there. You can see with the inputs there. He's really working the steering wheel to keep that beast at bay. Using as much of that curb as he dares. We will see the lights starting to flash now on Tedder. It's a real Tedder move. It's taking longer than I expected him to catch up with Alex, so Alex not being any slouch by any means. This is interesting here now. So I'd say by the... I don't think he's going to catch him on this main straight. So I'd say it has to be mid lap this lap to catch up with him properly. But you'll see he'll start trying to do the flashers now.
Throw him in early to move out of the way.
Oh, look how far he is ahead of Tedder still when you're on it here. But Alex, it's still quite a bit away.
So the Tedder went a bit wide in turn 1. Remember now, the top 4's got a pit, so Tedder looks good now, but after pit stops he may not be in the lead. With only 18 minutes to go, roughly 20 minutes. That's gonna be a lot of time to catch him back up. So.
Oh, I'm looking at Alex here. It could be another lap before the guys catch up with him.
Could be, it's not very close. So now that Tedder got a bit squirrely on the exit into turn number 5. But that's 4.
Unreal. Ferrara's in the pits as all this is going on. I'm loving watching on this rear view camera here with Alex, just watching the guys fighting for the lead. And it's definitely not an easy battle there. Jump on with Tedder now. That's what Tedder's view is there. Hamling right on the back of him. On a nicer line for Hamling there. Hamling pulled 2/10 in just in that corner alone there. Tedder will be feeling that pressure now. Hamling right there.
Super close now. It's a bit wider now. It's gonna go for the switch, not the switchback, the faster exit.
Tedder is definitely feeling this now. He has to be patient here. He's getting very, very close now. I have to say, Alex is doing a great job keeping these guys at bay. Like that's it's a lot further of a distance than I was still expecting.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, Tedder runs massively wide.
Runs a bit wider, super close now. Oh, he's gonna look around the outside here for Hamlin. Can't quite get by.
Unbelievable.
What a battle we're seeing. We can see that Tedder is definitely struggling here with tires. That's for sure.
That's just a Honda characteristic.
Yes, to now see Campbell getting a drive-through. Bit unfortunate. For him is now P15.
Like they're catching Alex, but it's taken by the time they catch Alex again, it's just too far away. And even looking there, Webster and Smith, look at this. Webster and Smith side by side. Smith carrying the speed on the inside line. Webster then has the inside line for the next corner here. But look, Gary's trying to hang it around the outside, but just doesn't have the grip or time. Diaz now as well, all over the back of Dudley here. This camera is getting a good bit of use now tonight compared to other nights. Wow. Like, it's still just such tough battling going on out there. It is anybody's. Back on now. That's it.
That's Hamlin.
Hamlin
in the pit.
I think he's going to pull a little sneaky move here now. So Tedder now has a back marker ahead of him and now knows that Alex is in the pits. So he's really going to have to consider just how long the Hamlin stopped for, and he's going to have to consider his fuel. I'm going to keep an eye on how long Hamlin is stopped as well, just to kind of see where we are, and I'll release that information in a minute's time. At the minute, Hamlin hasn't stopped yet. He's just coming into the stop. Okay, so Hamlin is on the move. I won't say exactly how long he'll be stopped for, because I'll be keeping an eye for Chris Tedder. Anyone who can count there would have been able to count that.
Well,
but now, let's see, Tedder's going to have to, he's really going to have to respond and jump in now. He can't afford not to do that. And it all depends on how quick Hamlin is now on his outlap as well.
you can remember now he's on cold tires, so don't want to push it too hard and then bin it in a wall.
That's it. The fastest pit time has been Ross Webster, 5 seconds.
5 seconds. That was either damage or fuel. I can't remember if it was any incidents.
That'd be a splash and dash. And now Tedder's all over the back of Alex as well now, which won't be helping him get any faster. If I was Tedder, I'd be jumping in now to try and defend. And he's going into pits.
We're gonna keep an eye now on Hamlin, see where he's gonna end up.
I'm on with Tedder here now. He gets the pit done perfectly. So let's see how long he stopped for. Now I know how long Hamlin was stopped. I'll wait till Chris is stopped and I'll mention that one. So Hamlin was stopped for a whole 5 seconds. Tedder 5th, Tether 5 seconds also.
Gonna be close on the battle there between Hamlin and Terry there. Just see him
Oh,
out on
Tether
the-
just gets out ahead. Tether just gets out ahead.
It's not over yet though, look, he's on cold tires. It's only
Nah,
13 degrees track in air, so that's very cold.
I think Tether is fine once he gets around this corner. Yes, it's been 13 degrees since lap 2, so luckily enough, temperature hasn't dropped too much. And it's probably a good thing for Chris's tyres that he slowed down for those 5 seconds to let them actually lose a bit of tyre temp and stop being probably on the hot side of things. But now he's back on it. Chris Tether just needs to keep his head. And the reason why Dudley has dropped down 15 seconds extra from Smith is because of that succession penalty. But Dudley is holding off Diaz at present.
That's most likely the closest battle on track.
100%, 100%. He's doing a great job there, let's be fair about that.
He's out there. We've got the fight between Ross Webster and Smith at 1.2 seconds coming into sector 3. I see Smith there running a bit wide.
Yeah, Smith's about a second off. Diaz though all over the back of Dudley. 0.3 of a second now. The Lamborghini struggling a little bit. Interesting. Oh, look at this move. Is Diaz going to go for no? He thinks better of it. I'm going to jump back on my Hamlin here and Tether because these guys are definitely giving it everything.
Definitely, they are partaking in battles in the very end. Is that McLaren down the inside? No, it's not.
Tether run a bit wide there in the costume and Hamburger's right on the back of him. These guys are running super close together. And it's great that you can trust the other driver to race this close and this long, hard and fair as well. Like, you know, they're really at it all race.
Definitely. That's Lucas is looking down the inside, they're going side by side into turn 2. Not gonna have too much eye contact on this as I have the leaders now fighting. Gonna keep my third eye on it, at least.
So it's getting close now. You've got Coonihan on Tetley, you've Alex on Filipov, you've Diaz, and as I say that, Coonihan's got by Tetley and Alex has got by Filipov. Can Hamlin get by Tether? Can Tether keep Hamlin behind? We've 10 minutes left in this race to find out. My driver of the race though is still Glenn Smith. Even though his pedals disconnected, he's just a legend.
Indeed he is. Coming down straight with about 10 minutes to go now until the very end. And these drivers, they're very similar to pace. They only have 10 in between them. Only have 10 in between them. Unlike every lap. This is gonna be very interesting now till the very end. I'm looking forward to the last lap. So that's where the moves needs to be done. But
Liam's after dropping it. No, let's see what happened to him. Coming around as just a curb. I think he rubbed the curb a bit too much and it snapped. Oh, and he's gonna have damage. Oh, Limo. Jumping on with Gary here, still on the back of Webster as well. Still going strong.
yes. Looks like Tether has pulled up off a little bit of a gap there to Hamlin.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Wonder is Hamlin just thinking, do you know what? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Anything can happen by this point. Anything can happen. The leader here who needs to do his pit stop. It looks like he's trying to extend the gap as much as possible to not lose.
Massey's one of these kind of guys that just likes to pit at the last minute, so never be surprised when Massey's out there till as close to that time limit as possible.
See, then he's gonna have to pit in the next 2 laps. Or even the next lap. Not the next, but this one, next one, and then he's gonna have to pit, I think.
If I was him to be safe, I'd be jumping in.
Oh, and that's a hit now in the leader. Sorry to interrupt, but it's a touch in between
Let's go
Hambling and
back.
Tedder. That's gonna open up the door now for Hambling. Now he's on the lead.
Oh, Tedder
Now
drops it.
Looks down the inside.
Oh,
Again.
it wasn't Hamling's fault either, but Tedder
No.
was kind of let him by as well, I think, out of respect, because he knows that it wasn't Hamling's fault, but now Tedder has a little bit of damage from that as well, which isn't going to help.
Definitely won't. Just like I said, just a lap ago, anything can happen.
Yeah, it's the Honda and the rear tires. That's exactly what that is. It's just a Honda.
Yeah, it happened. But this is gonna play in hands now for Massey. Don't quite think it's gonna be the gap to get ahead of them, but definitely to be closer now.
No, I
He's gonna
think
see the yellow flag.
Massey will come out in about 4th position, I reckon, or 5th behind Smith and Webster. I'd be very shocked if he gets out ahead of them.
See what number? 351. Yeah, no, they're coming on second.
So Massey's in the pits now. So we're on the. So I'm gonna go on with Webster here and Smith.
So Smith, this is the most interesting battle now. I don't think we have anything else. Yes, we have Smith now trying to get back Tedley with the blue flags. Like we said, don't need to get by, but must be frustrating for Smith.
So Massey's leaving the pits now. Still has a little bit to go. And where is Smith? Yeah, I think they're going to jump by him. Yeah, so Massey comes out behind Smith. And ahead of Diaz. So we're looking Webster and Smith fighting for 3rd position. Tedder and Hamling still fighting. Tedder a little bit back now. I think Tedder's going to have to adjust for the next 5 minutes because that car is going to have a little bit of damage.
Yeah, they will. It was quite a touch there they had.
Wow.
I mean that he won't give up.
Well, he's making it work. That's the main thing.
Exactly. Keeps it on track. And we see now, yeah, he gained 2/10 there, the chicane, so he's definitely pushing still.
He runs nice and wide. Yeah, at the minute it's looking very, very much like Hamling should keep Tedder at bay now.
So you see Farah now coming up the pit, he's P8, not quite where he pitted from. Was that P8 he pitted from? Can't remember, I can't.
Who are you talking about?
Farah, number 71.
71.
Came out of the pit lane. Yeah, he came out of the pit lane here. Let's see what position it was when he pitted, but
Oh, Ferrara was... Well, sure, it was hard to know what everyone else after pitting realistically where he was. Being absolutely honest. But Tedder is keeping Hamling at bay even with that damage, like he's keeping him honest. Gary, though, just hasn't had an answer for Ross Webster in the Aston Martin. Gary's flashing at Webster. He's going to throw it down the inside. Oh, he's trying everything to get by Webster.
close. Remember now, this is the fight for the podium here. This is P3, so it's an important position as Hamlin now gets a 1 second lead to Tedder. Oh no! I was suspecting that. I saw it went off. That's a drive-through for Tether.
Oh my god.
He was just pushing it a bit too harder at the end. Essentially, this battle between Webster and Smith now has turned into a battle for P2. And that's gonna invite...
Oh, Tedder's going to go down to 5th position.
Indeed. And Mass is gonna get promoted to P4. That is not fun for him. They're close now for Webster. He wants to get by. And Hamling. So he got this in the bag. As it looks like now, but I've got to keep it on track for 3 more laps.
Gary's doing his best. Alex and Ferrara fighting away as well. Dave Campbell keeping it going. Fair play to him as well. He's had a tough race after. He done amazing though in quality and he was doing great. He was up as far as P8 and P7 at one stage. Unfortunately, just the race involved with a drive-through and a bit of damage. So one of those things. Is Tedder going to come in this lap now and serve his drive-through? That's going to hurt for Tedder.
It will.
Tedder's still now. He's just going to drive over the line. Because this is essentially the last lap now.
It will. Does he think better of it and gets 30 seconds? Because that's what you get if you don't serve your drive-through. Will he save more time by just saying no, give me the 30 seconds to Stewart and take his penalty? I'm not sure if that's...
I think it was slightly faster to run through the pits, but I just think he wanted to race as close as he could to the finish line and finish P2 on track.
Yeah. Maybe that's some game issues with some track limits or whatever that he's reporting with on.
Yeah.
Oh no, that could also be the case. Let's see, now we see Webster now, he's flashing. He's getting flashed by Smith coming onto the last lap. I think this is the closest battle. It's a battle for P3. Close racing now. We don't want to get an incident or an accident here at the very end.
Nah, I don't think the drivers would be.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. But we all know the last lap we're all pushing till the very edge. Oh, look at that! That's a bit squirrely on the rear. They go side by side into the chicane. Can't quite get by, but he goes a bit deep there for Webster, but he keeps the position. Coming into the chicane, but it's very close. Now 2 or 3 tenths just between these two guys. Fighting till the very end to now see Hamling coming towards. 2 laps to go.
Where's Hamling on the track?
Hamling is at the last corner
Yeah,
now.
we'll jump on to Hamling just to kind of go through this. So, this is his 3rd race in Amigos. He skipped one last week and it's 3 race wins. Tedder in 2nd for now, but then this one, Webster and Gary, they should both be on the podium now. With Massey coming in quite close behind the guys with all the hard fighting going on. Gary's sensitive, there's nothing he can do. How is it that Chris Tedder stays in 2nd position? Did he get a drive-through?
Yeah, he got a drive-through, and then if it doesn't serve it, he goes to 32nd.
Is it applied after everyone else finishes or what? Because he's still sitting in 2nd position.
I should be down in P5, I think, but what is that? P5, P4, P5 maybe? P5.
Interesting. Right, so do you want to jump into the race chat and Amigos? And do you want to do all the interviews? You interview all the guys tonight. I'll let you get your practice in, bro.
Oh, thank you very much. I knew you were. I was very looking forward to this moment. Is it the race chat?
Yeah, I'm going to jump in and you do all the interviewing.
That's really unlucky.
Right, guys, so Vilda Kitten's going to do all the interviews tonight, so fire away, bud.
Incredible drive there from everyone. Very fun to see.
Thank you.
Webster, we're gonna start with you. Are you here, Webster?
He might jump in a minute, so just give him a sec. He might jump in.
Give him a second. Let's go over to. Yeah, that's updated now. Let's see, where are you, Smith? In here. Yes,
Yo.
indeed. Hi, Smith. How are you doing?
All good, man. How are you?
I'm good. How was the race for you? What did you feel before the lights went out?
Oh, you know, I didn't get much practice runs in, so delighted with the results. And yeah, some fight with Ross the whole way through. Just yeah, amazing race. Good fun. Good fun.
Fun, yeah. It's an incredible drive from you, of course. If I can get you right, you started P3, correct?
Yeah, started third. Struggled at the start of the race, but yeah, managed to claw back.
Good, and my things are correct.
Hello.
Hello, Webster. It's P2 just joined. Welcome.
Hello.
Let's see here. You got a bit fighter there at the end, Smith, and you
Aye.
unfortunately gotta drive through there for Tether,
Yeah.
which bring you up a position which I think you are very delighted with. Bit more unfortunate for Tether there, but it's unfortunately a part of the sport. But
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about a free position.
I don't think anyone would. So how do you feel? P2.
Sweaty.
I was thinking more of a line. Are you proud of your performance? Would you want to get that P1 or?
No, I was nowhere near. It was just do whatever I can to keep Gary behind. That's all I could just get out of that. I knew that if he'd got past, he would have disappeared. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was just go for the aggressive start, try and hold third. That's all I could hope for.
See, I need to. Yeah, no, it was a incredible drive there
Thank you.
from you. We got a. Who's that? And that was Hamling now, in the win.
Hello.
Hi, congratulations on the win. You won there by quite a bit.
Thank you.
How
Feels
was the
very undeserved.
how was the track out there? Obviously now this is the third win I think for you in Amigos. I think if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I hate this track.
Yeah, I mean,
Clearly looks like Chris. I have to thank Chris for making the race very entertaining. He did an absolute job. He deserved the win.
yeah,
Not
it
for him.
was very entertaining there. Yeah, no, you had an incredible drive there, and so did everyone who's listening at the moment. I
Thank you.
just wanted to see the standings there for a second, but I can't get it up on time. I don't think I have anything more to say.
Hamburger, on a scale of 1 to 10, how lucky was this win?
Solid 9.
Yeah, no, I have to say, it was a great race with you and Chris very unlucky with you in the end. Oh, lads, it was a great race all race. Do you think, obviously, without Chris going sideways and obviously what happened, a bit of damage and whatever else, do you think you could have made Chris get the move done? Or was that you were just hoping on that it was just that his tyres doing the usual NSX thing, starting to just go a bit on the hot side? Are we just hoping that you kind of pushed him into an error?
I mean, I was seeing him slide a lot in front of me, so I was hoping his tires would be worse than they were at the end. Maybe I could make a move, but never happened. I just didn't have the pace. I was lucky he was making mistakes in T1 and I could keep up. That's it.
Yeah, it was just a matter of his. Both had strong sections, and that's kind of what kept it in on that. Chris, for you, honestly, very very unlucky. You were doing everything that you needed to do to break the ducks back, or the whatever the way you say it, for this season to get a race win in. I'm sure it's very disappointing getting the drive through near the end, but overall, take out the last 5-10 minutes out of the race. That was a stupidly good performance, especially the fact that you started in second position.
Yeah, good race, mate. Good race. It was my own doing. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have lost it going into T2 or 3, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I did myself to blame, mate.
And was it the tyres was just overheating, doing the usual NSX thing?
It was just under heavy braking, mate, into T2, and it's off camber.
Yeah, okay.
So it just gave out on me.
Yeah, I don't look. Honestly, that was ridiculously unlucky. Yeah, a bittersweet race, but at the same time, at least you know you have the pace to be fighting Hamburger as well and keeping him at bay, which is also quite nice.
Yeah, a good race, mate. I enjoyed it. It was a good fun.
Definitely. And Mr. Webster, you sweaty fucker, you keeping Gary at bay. That must have been one of the toughest and probably most rewarding drives for you as well, keeping the Ballymun Warrior behind you.
It was good. It was good. It's good to just kind of keep looking in the mirror instead of having to chase for once.
How did you feel him using the Chris Tedder tactics, flashing the lights a lot?
That doesn't bother me.
But honestly, great race. It's great just seeing like just the speed you're getting in the Austin now as well, and you know just how much you're developing race by race as well. While I'd say it was very frustrating for Gary, I'd say it was great to be fighting you and seeing you progress as well, because you were really. You were just doing everything. You were placing the car perfectly, making Gary trying to think of different lines to go around corners to try and force you into an error. But honestly, it's stonker of a race for you. And I suppose the cherry on top is then obviously getting promoted up to P2.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to complain about a free space.
No, absolutely. Well, congratulations. And Gary, for you, yeah, that was definitely a race you were really driving the absolute nuts out of that car to try to get by. And how impressed were you with Webster, and how was the race for you?
Yeah, his defending was absolute class, man. There was nothing I could do. I was trying everything, even into a few corners. I was trying different like overtakes that you wouldn't normally do. But yeah, he had them covered. And then yeah, tried the light flash because nothing else was working. So I thought, hopefully this might work. But you know, I tell you now, I was actually going down the straight, and I literally thought to myself, you could stick that lad's sim rig in the middle of a rave with flashing lights, and it'd be all good. Like, yeah, just rock solid. Well done to Ross. Great defense. Yeah, brilliant driving.
I'll have to say the top four in both your battles, so between Hamburger, Chris, Webster and yourself, honestly, how close you were racing, the respect you all gave each other, genuinely, it was absolutely top notch. It really was great driving. And Mr. Massey, Michael Massey, I'm going to call you, promoted up to P4. How was that, bro?
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Having to go battle with, is it Diaz, and
yeah,
I was expecting John to be up there as well, Mr. Dudley, but I just kept ploughing away right to the end. Hoping for the undercut on the pit, and managed to get it. So yeah, and obviously, unfortunately for Chris, he gave me another position.
Yeah, well,
So, yeah,
obviously,
I'm pleased with that.
Obviously, nice for you. And on a scale of 1 to 10, you know, you're saying obviously you were hoping for the undercut, but realistically, you knew you were the superior driver tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean the first half, Diaz was slowly pulling away, a couple of hundredths a
Yeah.
lap. And I was pulling a little bit away from John, so I was just had to keep that concentration, trying to keep the pressure on the laps for myself.
Yeah.
And hoping it'd come through, and it did. So I'm not sure whether he took tyres or not, to be honest. But
I don't think he did. Yeah, I know Dudley had the 15-second succession penalty. Diaz was flying out there.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was doing really well in that McLaren. So
Right, lads, who the fuck is Jiphead?
Hey, that's me, Paul Farah.
Yeah, dirty big jip-headed hoorie. How are you getting on? Come here. What was it like tasting all the guys' chips out there as well?
Oh man, it was yeah, it was rad. I was surprised I could almost keep up with John there with Dudley. I was quite happy about that. I mean, to be if I come home top 10, I'm pretty happy there.
Yeah, no, it was a great race. I have to say, you're a very impressive driver in that Ferrari. I think tonight you were involved in one or two kind of little incidents as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I had a couple of little things I had to avoid, and I ran myself off after overtaking. Oh, I can't remember who it was. I got past somewhere, but I was not used to being on the inside. I missed my braking marker there after the overtake, so I was just shot off straight through the chicane there. But oh well.
I think that was you and Dave, was it? I think I remember. And the BMW, the black BMW.
Oh yes, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was you and Dave. Yeah, but look, I have to say, you're a guy as well. Like, you're new enough to me, as in terms of seeing you on the track, but you're definitely improving every single race. You're getting obviously more confidence, and I think it's, I suppose as well, you're getting to know the drivers that you're racing against. But
yeah, a little bit, I guess. I mean, yeah, thanks, man, for the compliment. I mean, yeah, I just tried to race clean and kind of race myself mainly, you know.
Absolutely, I'm just trying to groom you. That's all. But what I was going to say to you as well, another thing as well, which I will say is this: it's the likes of having the likes of yourself joining in, and other guys even in the midfield. Like, no matter where you looked on that grid tonight, there was close battles, and we absolutely love seeing that. And that's what Amigos is all about. It's about having the aliens like McDonald's hamburger out in front with the likes of Tedder and the guys and Webster, and then having you guys that are learning to train the trade and getting up there, and you can see the progression coming each race. And the fact that you and Dave are having a very tight battle. Dave's only new to PC racing pretty much in the last few months as well, so I'd encourage anyone, so if you know any guys that are looking for a challenge, like Amigos Monday night is the place to cut your teeth and get faster, and I can guarantee you the more you race here as well, the faster you will get.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, thanks a lot. And yeah, I watched your coverage back after last week's race, and yeah, it's an enjoyable watch. Nice one.
It's only going to get worse. I apologize. But yeah, honestly, guys, very well done. A great show. Amigos never does ever let us down, which is great to see. I didn't fall asleep tonight. I nearly did last night, but we won't go on about that. The Elder Kitten, you're a great young commentator who has more and more to show. And guys, next week I might do the broadcast, but I might just let the Elder Kitten maybe do the full comments by himself if he gets the confidence up. We want to try and encourage young lads like him to come in and definitely push the comments to a different level. He's got great experience, and I hope he's enjoyed listening back to his coverage as well as my own tonight. So thanks very much, the Elder Kitten, for joining in as well.
And, thanks for that, lads.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Good race.
Yeah, cheers everyone.
And guys, next week I'm going to just jump out here and close up, so we'll see you all at it again for next week. And yeah, fair play, lads. So guys, I'm going to end the stream now. The next stream is on Wednesday for ERC's Formula 1 Managers League, live on YouTube only, and back again to ERA on Sunday. Now guys, don't forget the new ERA endurance season starts early March. Get registered up if you haven't done already. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you in the next stream, guys. As always, have a good night.